afternoon. Welcome back to LDF America. Today we will be completely disassembling a Remington 700. The purpose for this is Cerakote. So we are going to do this in 4 different videos. So please come back to watch the other videos, and thank you for your time. So let's jump straight into this. Remember everyone, safety first. Anytime you're working with a weapon, you want to clear it, check the chamber, make sure there's nothing in it. So this weapon has been cleared. It is completely empty, and we will start the disassembly process now. First thing is we're going to pull the bolt. There's a little release right here. Allow that bolt assembly to come out. Place it down. Next thing we're going to do is flip it over. We've got a couple of Allen head screws to remove. So we'll go ahead and take them out. Place the screws down. I'm going to go ahead and remove your trigger guard and your magazine. At this point, I'll flip it back over. Push down just a little bit. Remove your stock. Place stock out of the way. So once you have the stock removed, you need to remove the trigger assembly. There's two pins right here that you got to take out. I always start with this back one. Also, when you're taking it out, you want to keep your hand right in here. Once this spring or this pin comes out, there is a spring here, and that will fly away if you don't keep a hold of it. Take this back one out first, which will allow you to then remove the spring and allow the front pin to come out. So let's go ahead and take this back one out. Small punch. Just tap it out. Like I said, keep your hand on this back side. Just like that. Comes out. Here's that spring. Here's your pin. So now you're going to fold up your trigger assembly. You're going to take this lever out. There's a small spring underneath of the trigger assembly here, so you always want to make sure that this spring down in here does not get lost as well. So next step, take this front pin out. And you can remove the trigger assembly. There's that small spring I was telling you about. It goes up inside the trigger assembly. Make sure you don't lose it. Good thing is all these small springs and parts are very inexpensive in case you did lose one. The next step would be removing your chamber from your barrel. The way this customer is wanting it done, we're leaving it together, but there is special tooling to remove it. And if it wasn't for how the customer wants this Cerakote work done, we would have that in the video as well. So the next step that we're going to do, since we're not taking the barrel off of the chamber, is going to disassemble the bolt. When it comes time to take the bolt apart, there is a couple of special tools needed. So remove the bolt, or disassemble the bolt. You got to get the firing pin, spring assembly out of it. This little tool right here, you can get these on eBay, Amazon, different gun stores. Is what's needed. And you're going to place it right over top of where the firing pin here is, into that groove. Easy way to do this is hold it up against you because it is spring loaded. Pull it up, do your turn, and you'll just continue. Unscrew, removing the firing pin and spring from the bolt itself. We're doing this bolt in what's called micro slick from Cerakote, and what that does is it's a special coating for moving parts. You can use less lube, less carbon buildup, less friction. So this is your actual bolt, and we're not going to go much farther down with it than where it is right here because the way we're going to do the Cerakoting. But we do want to disassemble the firing pin spring from the back side so we can Cerakote it to match. And once again, there's another special tool, which is this guy right here. Literally, it's designed. Go in, you screw this in, and then you'll screw down on your firing pin spring until you get it up to where that little pin right there is. That will allow you at that point to take your punch, knock that pin out, that's the small pin that you want to take out. At this point, slowly release your tension off this spring. It will be under tension the whole time until you get to this last couple of threads. Just like that. There's your firing pin and your firing pin spring and the rest of your bolt. So at this point, this is as far as we're taking this one down. And like I said, just because of the way the customer wanted it Cerakoted, we're not removing the actual chamber from the barrel. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please reach out to us and come back for the rest of the videos on this build.